Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel and happy 2023. So this is the first video on my channel in the year 2023. So I am super behind on this channel. I'm so sorry. For the past 2 weeks, I've been back home in the UK visiting friends and family. So I just didn't have the time to do anything for this channel, which means I am behind. So ultimately, I've got loads to do. I've got Belgium, I've got Estonia, I've got Malta, I've got Romania, a multitude of things to catch up with, but I've still got a couple of days off work, so I've got plenty of time to do that and obviously fill you in on my channel. But ultimately, for my first video in 2023, I didn't know which one of those to do, so I thought I would do something that I wanted to do, and that was talk about Eurovision 250, right? I love it, and moreover, this year, I was busy on New Year's Eve. I wasn't feeling very well. I had a wedding on December the 30th. So on Twitter, it was quite nice. ESC Tom, if you don't follow him on YouTube, please do. I really advocate his channel. But also, follow him on Twitter if you have Twitter. I've professed I have Twitter, even though I acknowledge it's generally a cesspool of hate, and unfortunately I do see it in the Eurovision fandom as well. But I enjoy following ESC Tom because he was following the contest the whole day. I think basically on ESC Radio and another radio for the whole of December 31st, they basically play the top 250 songs as voted by, of all time at Eurovision, as voted by Eurovision fans. So the poll opens up early December, right? I voted. And I'm going to share with you my kind of 10 that I selected, bearing in mind I'm a bit older than some people, and also I have quite bespoke taste. But moreover, it was really great kind of following him on Twitter and actually enjoying his experience as he was listening to the 250 being revealed. As a result of that, I do know the winner. I do know that Chanel's Slow Mo has finally kind of toppled Lorene's Euphoria that had been number one for quite some time, right? And as a result of that, unfortunately, as I said, Twitter is a cesspool of hate. A lot of people have come out and kind of questioned that result and basically said, you know, is this kind of the carry-on ripple effect from some disgruntled slow-mo fans in regards to the result of Eurovision 2022. I'm not going to comment on that. I've made it very clear of my opinion of the winner of Eurovision 2022. Ukraine is a rightful winner. Very happy about that result. And moreover, I'm a huge slow-mo fan. And also, when you see my top 10, I may have contributed to that result slightly as well, to this year's result, because I know one difference. Loreen is no longer number one, Chanel is. So last year, Loreen was first. So I will share my top 10 with you. Do you know what? It took me ages. I'd never actually done it. So remember, if you're following my channel, I first watched it properly in 1999. I'm aware of some songs prior, but I think all of my top 10, they are all in post 1999. And I've probably got some way back then because, yeah, I'm 36. So obviously there's been some songs that would have had a huge impact on me when I was young and I just continue listening to now. So my top 10 are... So honourable mentions do go to, who was in 12th? Beth Demas. And number 11, Lucy Jones, Never Give Up on You. I still listen to that to this day. So those are my top 10. But as you can see, number 6, I may have contributed to Slow Mo winning and basically, taking Lorene's crown. But hey ho, that's the beautiful thing about Eurovision. Everyone has their own personal taste. And fundamentally, it's so interesting kind of like seeing people's top 10 or whatever, because we're all very, very different at the end of the day, aren't we? And yeah, obviously, if Chanel has now got the top spot, I'm sure there would have been some people voting very tactfully, i.e. justice for Chanel, if people felt that way. I just liked that song. At the end of the day, all of my top 10 have something personal to me. Either it came out in a particular year that's pretty, at the forefront of my mind, or that particular song. Like Texas Lightning, number 9, No No Never. I was in Germany for a couple of weeks in the summer with my German friend, and I just kept on going to all the bars and clubs and asking for it to be played, and they would play it. So, they all fundamentally have memories for me. So let's check out this year's results, which I think would be quite interesting. Okay, so yeah, Chanel goes straight in there at number 1. Loreen is now number 2. Let's see if that switches next year. I've got a funny feeling it might. I think Loreen might get back. Cornelia Jacobs in there, 2022. Fuego's gone up, Maneskin's gone down, Goe's gone down slightly. Duncan Lawrence Arcade, I heard that again the other day. It just came on Spotify after a playlist had finished. Spotify just kind of played songs that I wanted to hear. And yeah, it's bloody good song. Beth Diva. Yeah, Diodato. That's on the back of this year, isn't it? Like in the sense of performing it live, in Turin. Just giving that song a reawakening and the justice that it deserved. I can't even say it would have definitely won 2020 because there was just some phenomenal songs that year. The year that never happened. And Barbara Pravi, Voila, France 2021, slipping slightly. So interesting. But ultimately, it's interesting. There's not much change from last year's top 10, just the addition of Chanel, Cornelia, and Diodato getting up there. So just having a look at the other. Constructor, I thought Constructor would go high. I thought the Serbians would get behind that. Kino dropping. Sam Ryder in there at 14th. I watched him New Year's Eve when I was saying to you I was busy. I was on the sofa feeling unwell. And he had prime slot on BBC One. He saw the new year in. He was absolutely phenomenal. Okay, Jamala. Where would... just trying to see where, controversially, Kalish Orchestra is. Number 39. Okay. Interesting. I did see someone say on Twitter, like, if someone ever says, Eurovision ruins careers, it's absolutely false. Sam Ryder is riding high in the UK at the moment. He's got a number 1 album. And also in London's New Year's fireworks, they played Stefania as part of that kind of show.
Thank you for supporting Ukraine.
This is the town which wants to open its hearts and homes to Ukrainian refugees.
Slava Ukraini!
So yeah, Eurovision doesn't ruin careers. Interesting. Okie doke. That's awesome. Well, interesting. So my first video of 2023 happens to be this one. So what did you guys do? I'm sure this is one of the videos that people watch if you're only really a real Eurovision fan. So I'm curious if you voted, and if you did vote, who did you vote for? Let me know. And are you happy with the results? Please do comment below and inform me what your opinions are of these results. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. I've already covered that, Shane. Yeah, and if you're still here and you haven't subscribed, please do. Please support my channel. And until next time, stay safe.